Welcome back everyone to another Broadhead review with Chase Cook Outdoors. Today I am talking about the Helix from Strickland. So Tim Strickland who started Strickland Broadheads, and pretty cool design. This is a single bevel style head made from stainless steel with an aluminum ferrule. If you haven't heard of a single bevel broadhead design before, they're pretty cool. I think they're becoming more and more popular, and what makes them unique compared to just your standard broadheads that we're used to seeing is that it's a one-piece design as far as the head goes. And you'll notice that when you look at the top and the bottom, it's only sharpened on one side. So looking from the top down right here, it's sharpened on the right side, and on the bottom you have the left edge. And the reason for that is, there's a couple reasons actually. So first of all, with that single bevel design and the way these are cut, I was doing some research on these on their website, but having that single bevel, these are actually designed to help the arrow rotate. So when you shoot your broadhead, you want it to rotate. You want it to help steer the arrow. It's working with your fletchings. If you have a broadhead that's fighting the rotation and it wants to plane, you're not going to get good accuracy. So with that single bevel design, it's designed to help spin and give you good rotation. However, one thing you do want to be mindful of if you are looking at these is that they offer these in a right or a left bevel. If you shoot your fletchings and you have a right offset with your fletchings or a right helical, you would want to buy the head that has the right bevel. That way it's helping your arrows rotate in the direction your arrow already wants to spin. If you shoot a left helical with your fletchings or a left offset, same thing, you want to get the left bevel. So make sure you do get the right one depending on what you're shooting. And if you're not sure, if you don't fletch your own arrows, if you're not sure, call your archery shop, call the manufacturer, I don't know, but you definitely want to be sure of that before. The other unique feature about a single bevel design is that as it enters the animal, it wants to keep rotating. So it's supposed to give you a good entry hole as it goes in, and obviously as it's going through the animal, you want to continue rotating to help cut as much tissue as possible. So flight and continues to rotate once it goes to the animal. Another thing that I do like about this single bevel head, especially the Strickland, is just the thickness. So this is, I believe, I want to say like 62 thousandths. That's 0.062. That is a really thick blade. Most of your broadheads that use just razor blades are about 0.03. So it's quite a bit thicker than your standard razor blade broadhead. So the durability on these is going to be awesome. You've got a nice cut-on contact style tip. So what I like too is that the Strickland's kind of unique. You have something like the kudu point, which is similar, single bevel design, but with this, you've got a longer point, and then it starts to really widen out towards the bottom. So you get good contact or good cutting as you go in, and then you really open up that wound channel once you get to the bottom of the blade. Also, the back of this is sharpened, so you're going to have cutting surfaces on the back as well. So a couple reasons for that is, as this is entering, it's going through muscle. They talk about how the muscle and the tissue wants to wrap around the back of it, so you still want to have a good cutting surface on the back. And also, if you shoot an animal, you don't get a complete pass through, you are going to get cutting on both sides, so it's going to do some serious damage if it's left inside the animal. I did a spin test with these. They spun great. And as far as the weight goes, I'm going to weigh them, see how they do as far as consistency. They offer these in a lot of different weights. You have 100 grain, 125, and also 150. And the 125 and 150 are even a thicker blade thickness. They're about, I think, like 72 or 73 thousandths, so 0.07. So very thick. Durability for me, I'm not worried about that. I think it's a non-factor. But what I do want to see is just accuracy. So I've got my Matthews Vertix. I have not broadhead tuned it at all, so I just want to go shoot one of these and see how it does compared to my field tips. So let's get out there. I'll probably shoot about 60 yards, and let's see how it does. All right, 48 yards, first shot with the Strickland Helix. All right, shot number 2 with the Strickland. All right, so you guys just saw 2 shots with the Strickland Helix from 48 yards. First shot was a little high right, so I thought, maybe it was me. So I shot it again, and it was really close to the first shot. So for me, they were shooting a little bit high right, and that's expected. I mean, my bow is paper tuned, but I haven't shot a broadhead through it yet. And when you have a fixed blade broadhead, it can happen, but it's not too common that a fixed blade hits exactly where your field tips hit the first time. So for me, I'm not stressed about that. I can make some minor tweaks to my rest, and I can have these grouping with my field tips just fine.
If you've never broadhead tuned your bow, there's a lot of great videos out there that show you how to do it, so go watch those. But you always want to broadhead tune your bow. Don't just screw these things on, or any broadhead for that matter, even mechanicals, and just assume they're going to hit where your field tips hit. So do that. Broadhead tune your bow. But what I did notice with these, they were quiet. I like that. I didn't hear these when they were flying. And you guys saw I was shooting through a 1/2 inch sheet of plywood, and I shot this thing twice through there, and this thing is in perfect shape. There is no damage to the blades whatsoever. The tip on here is still plenty sharp. It's not curled over at all. So as far as durability goes, if I can shoot this through plywood twice and still feel like I could literally go shoot an animal with it right now, that's a win in my book. So I'm a fan of the Strickland Broadhead. I plan to hunt with these this year in Idaho. I think this, or maybe the Kudus. I'm doing a little bit more testing between the two, but overall, if you're looking at these, passes my test in durability. Accuracy, again, I'm not stressed about that. I can tune my bow to get these to shoot with my field tips, but yeah, if you're thinking about buying a set of these, I don't think you have anything to lose. So if you like this review, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more broadhead reviews like this one, and comment below. Do you have a set of the Stricklands? Have you shot them? What's been your experience? Did you like them? Don't like them? You know, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on these. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Chase, and we'll see you on the mountain.